Hi everybody, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a follow-up video from my trying new makeup video I posted about 2 weeks ago, where I was trying out products such as the NYX Fire Palette, also the Fenty Foundation. I've been using these products these past 2 weeks so I could come back and give a better review on them, since a lot of times trying out makeup for the first time on camera, you really can't get a good feel for the item, so I wanted to come back and do a follow-up, so that is what we will be doing today. So if you want to see my review and thoughts on some of these new products that I was trying, why don't we go ahead and get started. First, I want to say I apologize if you can hear a lawnmower. We just got new neighbors right across the street from us, and apparently they don't know yet that between the hours of 1 and 3 you don't mow your grass, because that's when I film. I don't know, I guess I should welcome them to the neighborhood and let them know. I'm just kidding, but they did just start to mow their grass as soon as I clicked record on my camera. I was like, no way. This is real life. But we're just going to try to go ahead and get past that, because I really do want to talk to you guys about this eyeshadow palette, the NYX Fire Palette. I really want to talk about this one today, because actually I had not planned on filming this video today. I had another video in mind, a video that will be becoming before this video goes live, and I started to do my makeup with the Fire Palette, and I got so upset that I was like, you either just need to take your makeup off and try again, you just need to take your makeup off, not film today, you just need to do something because your makeup's not looking great. And then I thought, well, I make my schedule, I'm just gonna pull an audible. I'm gonna switch these videos around, and I'm gonna film this video first so you guys can maybe see from my eye makeup like why I'm so upset with the Fire Palette. So obviously, if you can't tell, I was not able to get along with this palette. You saw in the video me really struggling, and I was super bummed because this is a $30 eyeshadow palette from a drugstore brand. A $30 eyeshadow palette. That is expensive for a drugstore palette. I really enjoy NYX. It's a brand I've been buying from for a very long time. I have a lot of their products. I like a lot of their products. So when I saw this, one of the first things I thought was, if they're gonna charge $30 for an eyeshadow palette, they really feel confident in this palette. Like, they really feel like they stepped up their game and that they can charge consumers $30 for an eyeshadow palette. The pros, the packaging is great. I enjoy the sturdy packaging. That's a plus for your $30. You know, I like all these little fire element thingies here. That's very cool. The mirror is fantastic. Great mirror. Very big, very clear. Super easy to do makeup in with this mirror. I thought it was really awesome. The pan sizes are very large. That's great. Unfortunately, the actual products, the actual shades are not really so great. And you can see in the video, I was having trouble blending these eyeshadows. A lot of people were like, my eyes actually hurt watching you trying to blend these eyeshadows. I was having to come in with different brushes to try to blend these eyeshadows. It was not really working out, and the pigment is really lacking in a lot of them. I was pleasantly surprised with this shade right here. When I was filming that video, I didn't have to come in with any setting spray at first, and it showed up really well. I then used the setting spray and it was even better. I was very impressed. So then today I tried to use this gold one right here, and I was like, I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna come in with no setting spray first, and I, you know, put my brush in it, and I looked at my brush and I was like, did nothing happen? And so I put it on my eyes. Nothing. I worked so hard to get this tiny bit of gold onto my eyes. Spray my brush, dip it in, put the eyeshadows on. Take it off, spray my brush, dip it in, put the eyeshadow on. I did that at least 10 times. I never have to spray my brush multiple times. And this is what I got. I also used this shade today. This is what's mostly in my crease. Extremely hard to blend. I don't know if you guys can tell. I tried so hard. I used 3 different blending brushes. I never do that either. 3 different blending brushes to try to get what we have going on the eyes, and I was just getting extremely flustered. This red is also extremely disappointing to me. You saw in the video, it's more of a hot pink. I wanted to create like a really like fiery red eye in that trying new makeup video. Someone commented in that video, your fire kind of looks like a sunset. I'm like, you know what, you are correct. So that was really disappointing. Not all of the shades are truly terrible. This one right here was a pretty nice blue. This one right here was pretty nice too. The orange wasn't too bad, but like the red is a total letdown. The yellow, total letdown. I mean, that's why I'm buying a Fire palette, is for those shades. So for those to be super disappointing, that was a huge bummer. The gold is not good at all. This one is an extremely, extremely patchy shade. I mean, I'm really upset with this palette. I was excited for this palette. Like right when I saw it, I was excited for it. I was ready for it. I bought it at Ulta the day that it released. I was super stoked for it. But for $30, no. Even for $20, better eyeshadow palettes in your collection. You're gonna buy a better eyeshadow palette before 2017 is over. Like, I don't get mad at makeup a lot. I really don't. But I'm mad at this palette. I will be returning this to Ulta. This was not worth the money to me. I did try several times using this palette, and it was kind of to the point where I was having to bring in other palettes to complete the look because the shades were so bad. Or the one night where I was like, girl, you really need to try that palette again, like just give it a shot. I waited till it was late at night, I'd already washed my makeup off, and then I went in and tried again because I was like, I don't even want to waste like a filming day, a filming face with this eyeshadow palette because like nothing's doing. So then when I tried it again today and I was so upset with myself, I was like, you played yourself, girl. You knew that was gonna happen. I can't recommend it. I will be returning it. Super disappointed. Someone commented in that video and said that their palette is really pigmented and the red is actually a red. I don't know. I hate the whole like, I just got a bad palette. I think that's really annoying. So I saw in that video that was not a red eyeshadow. You saw how tough I was blending. You can see what's going on in my eyes today. I tried really, really hard, intensely hard, knowing that I was gonna film, but no. This will be going back to Ulta. The next item that I tried in that video, I'm much more excited about. Those were the lashes that I tried. These are the Blinking Beauty or Blinking Beauty Coquette lashes. I got these from Sephora. And okay, I'm pretty happy with these. These are what they look like. They of course have been like trimmed and used several times. I have been wearing the crap out of these lashes. I love these lashes. I love them. I think it's the fact that I can't feel them on my eyes, and I think that is really, really important. I was away last weekend. I was traveling out of town, and I put these lashes on at probably like 10 o'clock in the morning. I did my makeup on Friday, and I was up until 2 a.m., I want to say. And then again, Saturday morning, I put them on around 11 o'clock, and I had them on until midnight. I was not bothered. I had no eye irritation. I truly did not feel like I was wearing false lashes. They are so lightweight and so comfortable on the eyes. I think this style is really, really pretty as well, and I think they've been holding up really nicely. I've been wearing them so often. I haven't even cleaned these yet, and I've worn them at, I know, more than 10 times. I still feel like they're holding up really well. They are expensive at $25, so I truly still want to get them. Like when I bought these, it was because I got double cash back at Sephora. I still would prefer to get either double cash back or have some sort of sale or discount at Sephora, because $25 is really expensive for lashes, but truly these are really, really good, and I am excited to try out another style. I definitely will be picking up another pair from Blinking Beauty. If you are someone who loves lashes and you wear a lot of lashes and you can invest in lashes because you wear them so often, I would definitely check them out. They are at Sephora now, so they're easily accessible, and I will be trying out more from this brand. Next up in the video, I tried the Fenty Beauty foundation. It's a little sample size. I got it from Sephora when I placed one of my recent orders. They were having free foundation samples. This is a really good size though. It's 0.2 fluid ounces. I used this in the video, and I didn't quite love it, and it's been very interesting because I've been watching, you know, the 1.2 million Fenty videos that are out there. And it's interesting that whenever anybody says that they don't like anything from Fenty Beauty, the amount of like hate and backlash towards that is really bewildering to me. It's confusing to me that people truly believe that everybody is going to love something. Everyone is going to have the same like outcome when using makeup. I mean, it's really mind-boggling to me that so many people truly believe that, because that's just not the case. So I feel like I'm about to make people a little bit upset when I talk about how I've been getting on with this Fenty Beauty foundation. But guys, you have to remember that it's just makeup. It's just makeup, and people have different experiences. People have different skin types and skin tones, and some things work for some people and don't work for others. That doesn't make anybody a bad person. So there's that. But I have been trying out the Fenty foundation. In the video, I tried it with just one of my normal primers. I can't remember which one I used. Probably my one from Urban Decay, I'm gonna think. I applied it with a brush. So since then, I've been trying a lot of different ways to make this foundation work, and I have not found the right way yet. I think I do like it better with a damp beauty blender versus a brush. When I used a brush, it just seemed like too full coverage on me, and I don't really like full coverage. I don't like the way it looks on me. Wasn't a huge fan of that. So using a beauty blender and something that's, you know, a little bit more hydrating can kind of bump that coverage down a little bit more towards like the medium full, which is where I prefer it. So definitely I like using it with a sponge, but it's like I can't find the correct primer to use with it. I even used it without a primer once because I was like, maybe it's just not meant for a primer. I don't know. And that didn't look good at all. So that didn't work out for me. But I have tried it with like moisturizing, hydrating primers, and I still was kind of having that same, like it's too matte on my face, and it actually is tight on my face. In that video, I was saying that you could kind of like really see the lines around my mouth, and you typically don't see the lines around my mouth. The lines on my forehead, yes. The lines around my mouth, I typically don't have foundation settle into them, and this was settling into everything, and it just looked not very great on me. I also had a lot of problems on my nose, and I've been seeing a lot of people saying the same thing about this foundation, is that it doesn't look great on the nose. Like, I guess my nose has drier patches on it, which I really don't notice with a lot of other foundations, but this one really emphasized that. So finally, when my moisturizing primers weren't really doing it yet, I pulled out my big guns. The Farsali Rose Gold Elixir. This stuff makes your face, I mean, just insanely dewy and moisturized. A lot of times I will use this with a full coverage or a very mattifying foundation, because then I think I have the right mix. It was very confusing when I used this because this is supposed to be a mattifying foundation, and I was like dewy AF. And I wore this combo in my latest Will I Buy It video, and so many people commented and were like, what foundation are you wearing? You're super dewy, you're glowing today. And I'm like, it's the Fenty Beauty. Like, I'm supposed to be matte, right? No? So I don't know. I've been trying so many ways. The color match actually is not bad on me. What was this, 210 I think it is? The color match is actually not bad. I don't mind the color match, and I really don't think that it got too much darker on me. It's like I can't find the right combination, and I've been trying a lot of different ways. I've been trying a lot of different primers. I've been trying different, like, I don't usually powder my face. I've tried powdering my face. Like, I can't get it down with this, and I don't know. I'm kind of running out of ideas, but I'm feeling pretty frustrated because I own how many foundations that I don't have to do that with. I can, you know, pretty much go in with anything, and that foundation is going to work and going to look good on my skin. So I just like can't make this work for me. And I'm super bummed because I want to like it, and I know my first impression wasn't, you know, I wasn't like super in love with it, but I was like, I'm gonna keep trying it. You know, people were leaving suggestions, use the beauty blender, use the hydrating primer, and I was like, check, check, check. I can do all of that, and it's still not working for me. I feel a little self-conscious when I wear this foundation, and that's why some of the times that I've tried it, it has been that like just me at home trying it without having to film. I don't know if I'm going to keep trying this because I feel like I've given it a lot of chances and I've tried it a lot of different ways. And like I said, I have a lot of foundations that I prefer more. I have pretty normal skin all around. I'm not super dry, I'm not super oily, I'm not super acne prone or anything like that. I don't deal with a lot of discoloration on my skin. So I'm pretty normal all the way around. So I don't know. I mean, I have dry spots sometimes, and you know, I guess my nose is pretty dry because this emphasized that a lot. But other than that, I have pretty normal skin, and this one didn't work out the best for me. So that's a bummer. Next up, I tried this bronzer from Estee Lauder. This is the Bronze Goddess bronzer. So I've been obviously wearing this the past 2 weeks. I'm trying to get a good feel for it, and I liked it in the video, and I was impressed by the size of this bronzer. It's very large. It has a very big mirror. You're getting a lot of product in here. But the more I'm trying it, the more I'm like, I don't know. I think I have better bronzers in my collection, which I'm super bummed about. Mine is in the shade medium. It's 0.74 ounces of product that you were getting, but I feel like it's almost just a little bit too light on my skin. Like, I'm really having to go in there and build it up. Now, I do have my summer tan still lingering around, it will be fading very soon here. So maybe in the winter, I'll come back to this again and see if it's a little bit better. When my skin is a little bit on the pastier side, then that might be better, but it's surprising to me because this is medium, so it makes me wonder what the light shade is like. So I don't know, unfortunately, I ended up not enjoying it as much as I thought I was going to based on my first impression. So that's kind of a bummer. This was sent to me to review from Octoly and Estee Lauder, so huge thank you there. I'll be coming back to it in the winter time, but in the summer this just doesn't work for me. If you were thinking about picking it up, I would say like go a shade darker than you normally would because it just doesn't really have that type of pigmentation, that oomph that I really like in my bronzers. So that was kind of a bummer. Next up in the video, I tried the Tarte Big Blush Book. This was sent to me from a subscriber friend, which was really amazing. I was really excited to be able to try this out. And I know a lot of people have been really curious about these, myself included. I have never tried a big blush book from Tarte before, and I was always a little bit leery because you hear a lot about holiday releases not being the same quality as the brand's normal releases, if that makes sense. So I had used this before one other time when I was filming that video, and so I kind of gave some feedback in there, but I said that I don't think that this is the same quality as the Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes, but I still think that they're really good, and I still agree with that. I have used almost every single blush out of the palette now. I think it's only this top one that I haven't used. I've used all the other blushes. I've used the highlighter quite a bit, and I'm really impressed with everything. So I think that's really good. The entire book is $60 and you're getting 7 different blushes and 1 highlighter. I do think the Amazonian Clays are just like a little bit better. Just a little bit though. These are not far off, and I don't feel like this would be a waste of money. You're definitely gonna be seeing me using this quite a bit, like in tutorials and upcoming videos. I always link all the makeup I'm wearing in my description box. You can always check there if you're wondering what I'm wearing, and I think that you're gonna see the Tarte Big Blush Book 3 quite a bit because I have been very impressed with it. The blushes are super nice, easily blendable, easily pigmented, and that highlighter really is pretty. You do have to build up the highlight just a little bit, and I suggest using a more dense brush versus a fluffy brush for that highlighter because it just needs a little bit of help. Again, just a little bit of help, but really nothing too bad, and I still think this would be a good value. So I've been pretty impressed with the Tarte Big Blush Book 3. I gotta give it to them. I did try a new brow product in that video as well, and I'm very happy to say that this is getting a thumbs up for me. This is from Estee Lauder, so the bronzer didn't work out the best for me, but this brow multitasker has really been doing good things for me. I've really been enjoying this. So I was a little confused at first in the video because when you take the caps off, you have your spoolie on one end, like a normal brow pencil, and then you have your brow product on the other end. The brow product is kind of a teardrop kind of diamond shape, comparable to like the Benefit Goof Proof pencil, but then you can actually twist off the middle and you have a brow powder in there. And I was a little hesitant in the video, I was a little concerned, but I tried it out and I got so many compliments on my brows in that video, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this brow multitasker again. So I did, and I did my brows, and I was like, I don't know, I feel like they look okay, but I feel like they don't really look that good. And then I was like, wait a second, I didn't put the powder on them yet. I think the powder is what puts this brow product over the edge, and I'm so excited, and I'm so weirded out that I'm excited about a brow product this much. But I think the powder really gives it an oomph, because every time that I've done that, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go in real quick and just do my brows with just the pencil, and then I kind of look back and I'm like, I'm just gonna put the powder over it. And I've actually gone into this pencil just for that powder when I've used different brow pencils, because I feel like the brow powder is really like a game changer for me. I've been reaching for this so often. The shade that I got was in Blonde. It was also sent to me from Octoly and Estee Lauder for review, so a huge thank you to them because I actually ended up really, really liking this. I did look it up at Ulta because it's available there, and it's $29. which is expensive for a brow product, but I get what they're saying, that you're not just getting a pencil, you're also getting powder. I know, I get it. Probably still want to buy it for a discount, but I would totally repurchase this on my own. I was really, really impressed with it, and that has me so excited. The final item I tried in there was a lipstick. This is from Morphe. This is the collaboration with Orpha, and this is the liquid lipstick in vinyl. I did look at the Morphe website because I believe that you do have to buy this as a set. You have to buy the liquid lipstick and then also the lip liner, and the set is $15. This lipstick, whew. In that video, I put it on, I immediately got excited. It gave me 90s vibes, it gave me fall vibes. I was like, yes, I absolutely love this color. But truly, I think the Morphe liquid lipsticks are really, really good. I put it on in that video. It was probably about 1 or 2 o'clock or so in the afternoon, I'm gonna say. And then I went the entire rest of the day. I ate a snack, I ate a s'more, and then I ate, I believe it was Chinese food for dinner. And then I sat down at 7:30 to film my YouTube live. Didn't touch up at all, and I had absolutely no issues. It still looked absolutely fine. I didn't do a touch up. These are very long lasting. They don't crack uncomfortably strange on the lips. They hold up really well, and this was no exception. I do have 2 other Morphe liquid lipsticks, so I was curious to see if this one was going to be, you know, the same formula. Companies are always switching around formulas and stuff. I was curious if it would be the same as those 2, and it definitely is. So I was really happy with this. I definitely say give Morphe lipsticks a try. I think they are really good. If you love those fall 90s types of shades, like those brick red shades, check out the one from Orpha, because this is a beautiful shade. I will be reaching for this so much in fall. Alright guys, so that is everything that I tried out in my trying new makeup video about 2 weeks ago. Those are all of my follow-up reviews. Definitely the top choices for me was that Morphe lipstick and the Estee Lauder brow pencil, and my biggest fails were the Fenty foundation and then by far that NYX eyeshadow palette. I would love to know if anybody else has picked up the NYX Elements eyeshadow palettes, because I think there are 6 different palettes. I'd love to know if anybody else has gotten one, if anybody has had the same experience as me. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Everything that I talked about will be linked. I will have the video listed down below. If you guys want to see me trying out any more new makeup, if you like those types of videos, let me know in the comments. If you guys did enjoy this video, I hope that you will give it a thumbs up. I hope that you will also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.